There's a moment in every music scene when something new begins to form. Not overnight, not with a viral song, but slowly, quietly, through collaborations, late night studio sessions, and artists who believe their city deserves more. In Arkansas, that moment might be happening right now. And at the center of its collective called Tempest 7 Records, started by the artist named BEEM, Tempest 7 isn't just a label. It's a movement, a group of artists trying to prove that Arkansas has something real to say in modern music. And if the roster is any indication, a storm might be coming. When people think about the music cities in America, the same names always come up: Atlanta, LA, New York, Memphis, Nashville. But Arkansas, for decades, it's had talent, incredible talent, but rarely the infrastructure to push artists nationally. Many musicians had to leave the state to build careers. So the idea of a homegrown collective that builds together inside Arkansas is powerful. That's where Tempest 7 comes in. The name by itself says a lot. A tempest is a storm. 7 implies a group, a unit, something bigger than one person. And that's the idea, a collective. Artists pushing each other, artists building something together. Every collective needs a catalyst. For Tempest 7, that's BEEM. BEEM represents the do-it-yourself mentality that defines modern independent music. No major label machine, no giant marketing team, just an artist who believed Arkansas talent deserved a platform. Instead of trying to do everything solo, he built a team, and that decision might be what makes Tempest 7 different. Because Tempest 7 isn't just built around one star. It's not about yes men. It's built around a roster. What makes Tempest 7 interesting isn't just the concept. It's the variety of the artists involved. Each one brings something different to the storm. Carter, one of the key voices in the collective, from the business side, now known for the projects like Medicine Music and Need Some Space, Carter represents the emotional side of the group, storytelling, healing, introspection, and personal themes that connect with listeners on a deeper level. He's the kind of artist that builds albums, not just singles. Then there's MYZE. Artists like MYZE represent the new energy of the modern hip-hop era. Fast production, versatile flows, incredible lyrics and vocalization, and the ability to move between styles. In a collective, that adaptability is huge. It keeps the sound evolving. From MYZE Volume 1 and 2 to having this new feature with Trevor Phelps, MYZE already has his own headlining show in May. He's set to take over the Oklahoma music scene. And he hasn't even graduated high school. GREYKILLAKILLA. If Tempest 7 is a storm, GREYKILLA is the lightning, raw energy, aggressive delivery, music that feels like it was meant to be played loud. Every collective needs that intensity, that honesty, that raw energy, the artist who pushes the sonic boundaries. Then there's K-Vengeance, whose precedence adds another dimension. Originally K-Wave, helping BEEM be on phone tag and other things in the SoundCloud era. Artists like this often serve as the bridge between different sounds, blending influences, experimenting with tone, and keeping the group dynamic, unpredictable. He recently had a new song drop with GREYKILLAKILLA, and it's fantastic. Another key member is DRUCY, the party scene, but also the true understanding of Arkansas. DRUCY represents the rising Arkansas scene, artists performing locally, building grassroots followings, and proving the state has real hip-hop talent waiting to be discovered. Live shows are often where artists like DRUCY shine the most, especially in the studio sessions with his friends, because collectives don't just live online, they live on stage and in the world. Every collective needs a wild card, and that might be D.O.U.G. Artists like him bring personality, the unpredictable creative spark that keeps a collective interesting. When you have multiple creative voices in one camp, collaboration becomes a weapon. D.O.U.G has multiple podcasts, trying to get his own music career underway, dropping 2 albums, pop punk and indie, understanding that he sees the vision Tempest is putting on, and to be around is truly an honor. Dresden Plant adds another layer to the roster. Collectives thrive when members have different creative identities, and some artists focus on lyrical depth, others on sonic experimentation. Dresden does both. That diversity creates a catalog that never feels repetitive. It's insane. And then there's KALEB Longoria, originally the cameraman, now new artist for indie music. Artists like KALEB often represent this next generation. Musicians who never grew up in a streaming era, understanding how internet culture, visuals, and music combine into one brand. Music history shows something interesting. Some of the most influential movements in hip-hop are independent music that didn't start with labels. They start as collectives, groups of artists pushing each other creatively. Think about it. Wu-Tang Clan, Odd Future, Dreamville. These movements weren't built on one voice. They were built on chemistry. That's the potential power of Tempest 7, a group where artists collaborate, fans discover multiple voices, everyone grows together. Instead of competing, they build. Arkansas isn't traditionally seen as a music industry hub, but that might actually be the advantage, because scenes grow strongest where they're built locally. Local shows, local fans, local collaboration. The collectives like Tempest 7 help create a scene, not just individual artists. Where one artist grows, the whole group grows. Where the group grows, the state grows. Right now, Tempest 7 Records is still early in its story, but that's what makes it exciting. Every legendary music movement has a moment like this, the moment before the breakout, the moment where the artists are still hungry, still building, still proving people wrong. Maybe Tempest 7 becomes the next major independent movement. Maybe it becomes the foundation for a new Arkansas music scene. Or maybe, years from now, people will look back and say, that's where it all started. Music history is full of storms, movements that changed scenes, groups that pushed each other to become better artists. Tempest 7 Records might be the beginning of Arkansas's next one, and if the collective keeps growing, the storm might just be getting started.